Hey guys, it is Chris here. Just give me 1 second. Okay. I'm just going to see if it will let me share it to my classroom today. Okay, it apparently is going to, I think. Okay, sorry. I moved my little camera to the side. So it just means me being in a different spot in the camera view. Okay, so I'm going to tell you something crazy, but it is November. So I was pulling out my November Craft with Heart pages and I was going to assemble them earlier and I thought, oh, well, why don't I do it on camera and have some fun? So I just wanted to talk just a few seconds about Craft with Heart for anybody that doesn't know what it is, because it is a little bit different for Close to My Heart. And it is a subscription program. So it works like how you can get a subscription for your dog to get toys in the mail. You can get a subscription to get Socks of the Month Club, all those kind of things. So those socks just come to you every month. So it's the same premise with Craft with Heart. There is a scrapbooking version and there's a card making version. So today I'm going to play with the November scrapbooking workshop pages. So basically what happens is when it comes to you, it's 4 months at a time. There's some different options for purchasing, but it comes like September, October, November, and December were in this box. And each month you get two-page spreads. So I thought we're going to take, now they're great for a beginner scrapbooker because literally it's like a cut above kit. You can put it together very easily, throw your photographs on it, and put it in your album. I wanted to take it though today because I think sometimes people forget that just because it's simple scrapbooking, that you have to leave it that way. So like I said, we're going to take one of the set of the November pages and we're going to alter it. I'm going to add some mixed media to it and have some fun. Okay, so when they come to you, they come in this very cute pink box. And like I said, you get, everything is all bundled up by month. So I'll just show you like the December one, because that's all still in there. Everything else is all taken apart, but I'll show you because I keep them and I've been doing them in the month that they're for. So this is December, so it says Cut Above Layout Kit December. And in here, when you open it up, there's the page protectors and then all the parts and pieces and the instructions. So I'm just going to show you this one and then we'll pull out the November one. But so here's like the directions for putting it together. Here are all your pieces. The other thing I wanted to mention is these are all different than our regular paper line. So you can see like these cute vintage tags. We don't have that in our regular line. So, and all these triangles are already printed on the page. So you don't have to cut or glue anything down. You just follow the directions, add your photos, and put them in your albums if that's what you choose to do. So like I said, I'm going to take the November one and alter one of them with some mixed media. So here we go. So this is the November. There we go. This is the November Cut Above Layout Kit. So there's two sets of pages. So this is the one I'm going to do today, and then this is the other one, and I already know what I'm going to do for that one too. But I will do that a different weekend. Okay, so I'm just going to now, I think, if you guys have questions along the way, make sure to ask. Oh, sorry, I just flipped them. There we go. Okay. So like I said, if you have any questions along the way, I'm happy to answer them. Okay, so all I've done is I found my photos and I decided what I'm going to do. And so, like I said, we're going to do this top one. So maybe I'll just fold it. I already know that I wanted to add some mixed media to this project. So I'm going to add some Stickles, the Stickles Glitter Gel, and I'm just trying to remember which one this is because I literally just took the wrapper off. But for whoever has not seen yet the new annual idea book, we got a ton of mixed media. And if you want to get any of it, as soon as it comes in, grab it because it goes quickly. So I'm assuming that that has to do with a supply issue. So I have some, but not all. So today I'm going to play with the solar flare. That's what this is called. I'm obviously going to have to label it so I can actually see it. And I'm going to use one of our new stencils. The stencils are awesome. They're a nice, thick quality, and lots of fun to play with. So as you might guess, I'm going to add this to the other one when we do the other one too. Okay, so I have grabbed, like I said, the gold, and I have stencil pack number 3 here. And I'm going to use the one that has the 9 different designs. So in this, and I'm doing this first because it's going to have to dry, and I'm not actually sure that it's gonna get all dry before I finish assembling my layout, but I will play around with it. So I already decided that I wanted to add the stickles to the 2 pumpkins. So I've literally just punched out the pieces for the layout kit. I've added my photos that I want to put on the pages, or printed them, I guess. And so I have my all-purpose mat. I have a palette knife, and I have my Stickles gel. And I think I'm going to use this one with the squares because there's lots of stuff inside this Stickles gel. It's like the consistency of slime. And then there's little tiny stars in it. So you can see, I just tested this one to make sure that that's the one I wanted to use. And I picked one with a wider opening because it's got the big pieces of star in there. So you can see it's like thick and gooey. So I'm going to try and do it pretty thin so that maybe it will dry. But if not, I will just add the pumpkins after. Okay, so I'm just going to lay my stencil down on top. And I kind of don't want it straight. I want it just like off to an angle. I'm just going to pick up some of the glitter gel. And I'm just putting it through my stencil like you would ice a cake. And I'm just making sure to hold it in place. And I've got a big glob there. So like I said, just because the layouts are very easy to put together, they're great for getting inspiration for doing other things if you wanted to enhance them like we are today, or even copy them to use again on a different scrapbooking page. So see how pretty that is? Okay, so I'm just going to overlap on top of here, just fitting it into what I've already done. And I'm trying to put it on super thin so that maybe it will dry. But we will see. I am not going to hold my breath. Okay. So, like, so pretty. Okay, so I'm going to set this one aside. And we will do the second one. And same thing, I don't want it to be, because it's kind of whimsical, I don't want it to be like bang on. I want it just kind of off to the side a little bit. And you want to make sure that you're cleaning up really well after yourself. I'm just going to really quickly clean it up a little bit with the baby wipe, and then I will clean up the rest later. But this one that's got the 9 different designs is kind of fun because it's a whole bunch of designs on the one stencil. So like I said, this was package number 3. And so you can add as much or as little as you want. I'll line something back up here. And I see one of the pieces fell on the floor. So I will pick that up. We will need that. The all-purpose mat comes in very, very handy for this. And like I said, I'm trying to do a relatively thin layer here. And it does not look very cute on the paper, on the camera, but it's actually very pretty in real life. Okay, so let's just clean up a little bit here so I don't have a huge sticky mess. Hey guys that are just jumping on, I am just playing with the November Craft with Heart, and I'm adding some mixed media to it. So I thought that might be fun. So I'm just going to lightly, just so that I can get most of it off after. Also, the dog decided he didn't want to be in here anymore with me. So my husband took him and the puppy to the dog park yesterday, and because it was really nice. So um, they got to run off leash, and he must have like tweaked his shoulder or something. So now he's limping around. So he was in my office because my husband just took the puppy for a walk. So I was trying to keep him in here with me, but then my son came up to eat something. So he wanted to go see what he was going to eat. Okay, so then, so these pages are printed. So this is flat. It's not like layers. So it's nice and light too in your scrapbooking album if you're worried about weight at all or things like that. So, but like I said, my intention was not to keep them the same. I'm going to play with this a little bit. So we're going to add those pumpkins in once they're dry. I've just set them aside, and I've grabbed a few other embellishments, and we'll see if I add them or not as we assemble the layout. So I grabbed a couple of the striped ribbon bows, which were from like the Christmas last year, but they match perfectly, and they're still in online off, like online. You could still buy them. Sorry, 1 second. And I grabbed some gold embellishing thread and some black and white dots. And let's just see here too. We have these are the stickers. So you can see they're divided by layout number 1 and layout number 2. So I threw that other one over here for a different time. So we could have even added maybe a little bit of the stickles onto some of these stickers. So I'm going to just I'm just rubbing it over the top of the sticker, and I'll let it dry, and then I'll just peel it right off. I'm not going to do all of them. 2, 4, 6, 7. I'll do maybe 1 for each of the clusters. Okay, we'll see. Like I said, no plan here, other than I knew I wanted to add mixed media to it. So, what did I do with my baby wipe? Oh, here. So, like I said, because it is the Stickles glitter gel, you do want to kind of make sure you clean it up as you go. Okay, so we're just going to set those aside. And I kept the photo placement the same. Just move some stuff out of the way here. My camera is a little bit low for a layout, but that's okay. Whoa. Did I knock that? Okay. So like I said, I kept the photo placement the same. So it was 1 4x6 and then 3 3x4s. So I'm going to add those because literally this is the amount of directions. So it's super easy. Gather your photo, gather layout base and die cuts and stickers. Attach the large pumpkin in the left corner as shown. Attach your photos and place holders, and then embellish with remaining stickers. Like that's it. So, like I said, I think we are going to, so I'm going to add my photos. And as you could see, I added the twine onto my photos just for another texture for the layout. And so, oh, this is the puppy. This is the puppy that was running around with the old guy yesterday that now he's hurt. But she doesn't look like that anymore. She's way bigger. This was last fall. So, because I have put the twine on the front of my photos, I've just added thin foam tape to the back, and I actually have left my place photo here card, because I always just cut my photograph like 1/8 of an inch narrower to have the little tiny mat. And I see a little bit of my foam tape is sticking out here, so we're just gonna trim that. So, okay, and this, I feel so blessed, is gonna go here. And so this one, I'll just put the foam tape on here to show you. It just lifts the photograph up off the page, gives a little bit of dimension, another layer. You could also add another photo mat to accentuate your picture. That's another fun thing to do with the Craft with Heart. You could add flip flaps to it. I think that when people see them and see that they're simple layouts, they forget that you don't have to leave it that way. Make them fit your own style, or go in a totally different direction with them. So, okay. As soon as I saw the pumpkins on this layout, I knew the photos I wanted to use. This was just like, it's like a local farmer's market thing, and they have always the best fall display outside the store. Okay, so this is not dry, but we're going to put it here. This is like asking for trouble, you guys, for me, when something's not dry, because I will inevitably put my finger or hand into it, but we're going to see how that goes. Okay, so then on this other side, I have my title and the little heart. The other photo already has foam tape on it, so we will add that. I'm for sure going to pop this up with 3D foam tape. For sure. So what is everybody else doing this Sunday? We are in critical code red, so we are not doing much other than hanging out here. So that is what we're doing. Okay, I'm going to for sure put 3D foam tape on my title. And so I grabbed the Bloom with Grace wood shapes too, and I think I might add some in here just for yet another texture. We'll just see. So that is the one thing, that all the paper is obviously very flat. So if that's what you want, that's great. I just wanted to add a little bit more dimension to it. So I'll do that with the 3D foam tape and the different textures and the mixed media. So is anybody scrapbooking this weekend? Or making their Christmas cards? I would assume some people would be doing that too. Oh, that's nice. Oh, yes, it's not the weekend there. So Anne Marie just said, Monday morning here, the weather is beautiful and our restrictions have been lifted a bit. By beautiful, you mean you're heading into summer. That's not what's happening here, but it is beautiful. It's very sunny outside today. So it had gotten very cold, so it's nice that, hey Dorothy, it's nice that it's kind of warmed up a little bit. Okay, so I might move my journaling strips. We're just going to see here. Okay, so this one is super wet still, but it is going to get tucked in over here. So I'm just going to lay it into place. And I think, because these journaling, well, maybe I'll leave them. These journaling strips go over top of this. Actually, that might not be bad. So, but for sure, like I said, for sure, no restrictions. Yes. I just hope that ours will help. So let's, okay, those ones are almost dry because that's nice and thin. So let's, okay, so for sure we're going to use the black and white dots. And, oh, I know what I was going to do. I was actually not going to take all of the foam tape off because I was going to tuck it underneath. So let's just, not bad. Okay, I'm just going to shove this underneath so that I can pop that corner back up to put that in. Okay, so then let's set our stuff into the spots. Okay, because I used thin foam tape here, I'm going to use thin foam tape underneath the pumpkin because it's going underneath my photo. This is still really wet though. So we're just going to pretend that that is underneath there. And for here, I'm going to take this. So the glittery one, I'm going to add on the bottom. And kind of tuck it underneath. And I'm going to just add a plain one on top. So it'll just kind of be just not like screaming the gold, but it will tie them all together. And then I have embellishing thread, so I'm going to just tuck a little bit under there. So, see, so now I've got like lots of different texture, lots of different dimension going on. So, I also did all the cards yesterday. So I hadn't gotten to doing, so the cards and my scrapbooking workshop all come at the same time. So the cards I had set aside and hadn't actually done them yet. So yesterday I had a little bit of time. So I thought I'm going to put these all together. One of my favorite parts about the Craft with Heart card subscription is that lots of times there's fun envelope colors in there. So the September, October one had like dark green and gray envelopes. So that was lots of fun. So I'm using my extra foam tape out of a shaker window because it's sitting here. So here's the little heart. I'll just add that here. So see, the gold just gives it nice little detail. So I will add this one here. I actually thought I should have maybe done the pumpkins earlier, but I really wanted to actually do the pumpkins on camera. So that's okay. If we have to, I'll just leave them in their spots and then I'll take photos when it's all dry of them actually underneath. So, and I'm just going to have my title just touch my photo. Hey, Leona. Just like that. And, okay, so while we're still drying, we are going to set our shapes where they're supposed to go. So these are all on this side over here. Also, I could add gold stickles to any of those two that I needed to. So, okay, let's work right here. Okay, so I'm going to pop this up with foam tape and I'm going to add a little bit of embellishing thread in there. Like I said, I'm pretty sure my pumpkins are not going to dry. I tried to go super thin, but this one looks a little bit thicker. So sorry, everybody is now back from the dog walk, so it might get noisy. So I just closed my office door. So, oh my goodness. Here we go. There we go. My gold embellishing thread. I will add it with a glue dot. So this is the second year for the Craft with Heart. And like I said, it is an awesome way to get some stuff done fast. And you get a different look too into your scrapbook pages or cards because they are different than what you probably would normally create. So I like that every once in a while to just kind of have something that looks completely different. Like that's one of the reasons, for example, I really like to do album retreat, right? Because that is, so that's like a package that Close to My Heart puts together. And then there's like a virtual event and you put together a whole album in 2 days. And but it's different. Then it's different than my own style. It's different than my workshops. It's different than this. That's one of the things I love about Album Retreat. Oh, thank you, Leona. Yeah, so doesn't look like this anymore, that's for sure. Either does she. She's not blonde anymore, but she's still cute. So, okay, I'm going to put the foam tape on here and glue this down. This one will be fine. It's the one that I have to tuck underneath I'm a little more concerned about. Right? Like I said, I did contemplate. No. So the wooden shapes, they're leftovers from the Bloom with Grace. And still available online. But I thought they kind of went perfectly, right? So the only things that are in the Craft with Heart are the base pages, the die cuts, so like this piece, and then the stickers. So some are stickers and some are die cuts too, right? So like these are just die cuts. They're just thin paper, the same as your background. And then these are the stickers, and of course they're a little bit thicker. So it's nice because literally all you have to do is punch out your die cuts and cut apart your stickers and okay, we're going to have a little bit of glitter there. Actually, I'm just going to wipe it off quickly. All good. As you can tell, I have accidents all the time. So I've just put thin foam tape on the back of this pumpkin and it is still wet. So I'm going to lay it down and try and not touch it. But for sure, once I add in the last of the embellishments, I'll photograph it tomorrow and add the photos back. So I kind of think I want it like that. Okay, so I just need to wipe my fingers. That's the only thing. With the mixed media, you really shouldn't be doing anything in too big a hurry. So but you guys all know I'm not very patient. Okay. So then I'm also going to add, so I'm going to add the embellishing thread in a few spots, kind of into each cluster. I'm just placing the embellishing thread right onto the glue dot. And then if you're worried about it becoming unsecured or coming loose, just place another one right on top of that last one. So it gives you just a little bit more, just because that just keeps getting in my way. It just secures all of that embellishing thread together, and it makes it a little more sticky for you to adhere it. So I'm just going to tuck that in here. And so these are the things I have for here. So I'm going to use, again, the gold one under. Here. And then a white one just right on top. And then, so I think I will. So I'm going to pop everything up onto different layers. And so I want, this is my, I'm going to put on the top. So I'm going to put that on 3D foam tape. And some I'll just put flat, and some I will just thin foam tape. I love the fact that we have two different thicknesses of foam tape. And I always feel like everything needs some sort of foam tape. Okay, and I'm putting that there. And I'm just trying to decide if I'll get rid of that and actually use the ribbon. Or I might just move this into a different spot. I think that's what I might do. Okay, I'm just going to put this little leaf on a glue dot. And I'm going to tuck it in. And then, oh, thank you. I didn't really have to do very much for this one. So let's just, I'm going to put thin foam tape now on this one. And I'm feeling like I need something more over here. And so let's just see here. See, I kind of want some of this blue here, is what I feel. But, oh, I know what I'll do. Okay, we're not going to use the black and white dots. We are going to use the Bluebell pearls. That is what we are going to do. So, because that is what I want. I'm just going to put this down because I already taken the back off. So now I can get that bluebell color in different spots. So, because there's just 2 of those bluebell leaves. Oh my goodness. This package is apparently childproof. There we go. So there are 3 different sizes of pearls. So there we go. That's how I'm going to get my bluebell over here. So I will go like this. And then like this. There we go. Oh, that makes me much happier. It just needed a little bit of that color over here. Okay, so then, let's see. So very thankful, my heart, counting blessings. My heart is full. So let's go like this. My heart is full. I think we are going to do that. Maybe we'll do my heart is full over here. And then these ones over here. Because the heart, the little heart is right here. So and then look at this. Then I can add my bluebell over here. Okay, so because we're doing pearls, I think I'm going to take the wood out. Just like that. There we go. Okay. These are for up here. I'm going to add, I think, counting blessings up there. And let's do so very thankful. And I'm going to put it right here, I think. So I do not need that right now. I'm looking for my piercing tool. So I'm going to put in my thankful and work my way up. And then this also gives me a spot to be able to add my pearls over here. Like that. And then I'll put my big one down here and my medium size one in here. There we go. So that's looking pretty good. And then I am going to add, but this is going to have to wait till it's dry. my journaling strips. I am going to put them on here because I actually think I like the contrast of the pure white against the gold glitter. Okay, so I'm going to just move this up here and we will finish this side. So let's see how we are doing here. Okay, that's still way too wet. So you guys are just going to have to imagine. But we will, I'll kind of group my pieces. So, like, there's so many things you could actually do too to switch up the pages. You could add ink to the edges of some of the pieces. You could, like I said, add flip flaps, add more photos. You could add a whole strip of photos right here if you have more photos and you don't want to just feature one photo. There are so many things you could do. Okay, so I'm going to create my cluster, I think, and we'll just hopefully not be too messy. Okay, so like I said, I want so I'm going to add my embellishing thread because I put it in all my other spots. Right, so I need one for over here. That's the end of that. So okay, so I'm actually going to put this like right here. And so this, I'm going to put flat on my page. Kind of like this, though. I'll add this one on first, like that. And then this one can go over here. Oh, yes, there we go. Okay, so then same thing. I'm going to put this one flat. Right in there. And then these ones, this one is going to go right there. So I'm going to have to flatten it out where I took my wet wipe to it. But that is all fixable. So this I'm going to put right here. And then Oh, and I think I'm going to put my words right on my pumpkin actually. So those are all gone. Okay. Now I will just add my pearls and then I think we are done. I'm still trying to decide about my bow, but this would look great if even if you splattered the white space with some shimmer brush. There are so many things, like I said, you can do. So I just don't want to lose those journaling spots. So then, there we go, my friends. That is done. So that's not bad. Okay, it's not dry yet. Like I said, I will tuck that in underneath after. But, and I'm slightly afraid to pick it up. But, so here we go. I think it turned out super cute. So, like I said, don't just think that the craft with heart has to be the way that it comes out of the bag. And we have so many different things you can do with stuff to adapt it, to make it your own. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. Like I said, it was totally, oh, this is weird to be, just a second there. That's not what I meant to do. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. Like I said, I was going to do it anyway, so I thought I might as well. Nope, it does not want to go where I want it to go. There we go. Like I said, I was going to do it anyway, so I thought, well, I might as well do it on camera. So, like I said, this is one of the layouts from November's Craft with Heart. I took some stickles and one of the stencils, the Stickles Glitter Gel, and had some fun with it, added some more textures to it. And thank you. It's very, and it's hard because it does not translate very well over the camera, but it's very pretty in real life. So, like I said, tomorrow when we get some nice light, I will take some pictures and add them onto my page. So, like I said, just because it's simple doesn't mean it necessarily has to stay that way. So I hope everybody has a great Sunday if you're here, and Monday if you're on the other side of the world. Talk to you later, guys. Thanks. Bye-bye.